Hey there, everybody. This is Eric with lobocomsources.com, and this is continuing with our PHP MySQL series and the step-by-step. And anyway, in one of my prior videos, and I'm gonna put the link somewhere on this video or the description below. We created a table called TBL donors, and then we moved our access table into a CSV file and the whole idea was to to set up a MySQL database in replacement for our access database so that we could have entries from the website and have display from the website to make it take it out of the context of a desktop client and move it to a website whereas people can see it and they can interact with it worldwide or make it non-location dependent. So, and then you could advance it, say it could be used for remote work or and so this is a basic example. So we have here our basic structure of our table, and select from TBL donors blank. Okay. Next, we want to populate this table. Rather than doing it one by one, we can go over insert one by one, but this would evade the purpose. The purpose of this is to make it quick and load the existing data that we have in our CSV file into the table. So if I look at this, here's my CSV file. And anyway, this, like the message here says, and of course this code is going to be out there on the website on my blog at lobocomsources.com in the link below. Here's where the file information is stored in my home directory. Lobocom is my username. The folder public HTML, Lobocom services, this long string, and then file name 1, and my variable is file name 1, TBL donors. And if I look at here, in the last video, I showed you how to upload this. So last video, also in the link or somewhere on the screen, you'll see the video linked to this. If you didn't get that, tbldonors.csv, so I'll move it off the screen. So that's the file we want to load. So here I'm truncating the table. I'm running SQL queries, truncate the table. This is also, again, this is importing a file, a CSV file via PHP to MySQL. First of all, I'll truncate the table to get rid of anything that's in there right now. There's nothing in there, so really this is a moot point. And then showing my result. So here I have a function. The MySQL I underscore query is it's not deprecated as of right now. The other MySQL query without the I is deprecated, so that's why I'm going with the MySQL I. MySQL query is going to work still. So here I have my connection. Where am I getting that from? Remember this file right here, dbconnect. We have our connection to our database, and the connection is stored in this variable right here. So anytime you include a file inside of another PHP file, you're actually incorporating the mechanics of the prior file into this file. So anything that the other file does, and here you can organize it better. You can organize it. It's like saying, you can, instead of having all these words in here, all these multiple lines, you see 1, 2, 3. I could just include the file, so I could chunk it, so I just have to go back to that one file and make a modification to it if I need to. Okay, so I'm loading that file, DL donors CSV. Here I'm saying, okay, well, was my process successful? Yes. If not, it wasn't successful. Now I'm going ahead and opening the file. Now, again, some servers don't allow you to use the local data in file. That's why I put that here. So this is alternative. Actually, this gives you more control over your upload. So if you don't have that permission, which some servers don't, like Google Cloud, doesn't give you that ability. Well, it does, but you have to program it. You have to like make some settings that I could never figure out. So I just wanted to find another way to go by doing that, because I have the servers like on HostMonster. I think you can still use a local data in file, but anyway, this gives you more control over it, over the process. So here I'm using this fget CSV. Get the CSV file row by row. And again, if you're unfamiliar with PHP, to comment out, use these whack the slash forward slash to comment it out, and it's in green here. And then the field count is the count of data. So data gets, if you don't know what fget CSV is, go ahead to the PHP website and do a search on it. You can figure that out. Here I'm saying, okay, well, and I'm using Notepad++, so it's going to give me some basic IntelliSense. So here I have my resource handle. The handle is what the file is. I'm opening the file, fopen. And then for reading, so I have the R, that's why I have R. And then it's not equal to false. Okay. The exclamation point and then these two equal signs is really not equal. Really not equal. It's kind of it's more precise than VBA. So you have not equal, really not equal to it. So and here's my delimiter. The comma. I'm saying each row is 1,000 characters. Okay. If you want more detail, again, go to the PHP website. You'll see it. String delimiters, string closer. You see, I'm missing these things. It's taken it for granted. It's saying, okay, by default, it's going to be a quote. And here I'm saying, okay, I'm getting my field count. I'm putting in this variable, and a variable is made known, identified by a $sign before the name. So, and this is my function, the count function. And row plus plus is incrementing the row count. Remember, in VBA, you have to do row equals row plus 1. Well, here all I have to do is row plus plus, and this kind of takes the, if you look at some of the other languages, I think of .NET and like Java, C and Java and all these other ones, real popular ones, they're going to use the plus plus syntax. So actually VBA is, it may be easier, but it's behind these. So this is really more sophisticated in my opinion, but anyway, it does things that VBA is easier to deal with. Val is equals null. I'm not even using that val, so actually I probably could just delete it because you could just set it to be nothing. And then for C, this is my for loop for each, and I'm looping through my fields. C equals 0, I instantiate it. Okay, if you need some help, go to do a search for the for loop, PHP for loop, and you'll end up getting some information. I haven't put any information out on the for loop yet. I probably will in the future. Well, C, okay, remember it started that with 0. C is less than the field count. Then my field count was the count of the rows, and then I'm going to increment it by one. Let me increment it one by one. And here is echo is to print out on the screen, which is very useful. Field blank equals field blank value. The name of the field is data. And again, data is going to be, here I have a while loop. And data is going to be storing everything. It's going to be storing everything on that row. Okay. So if my column is the first column, then I'm going to put in a donor ID. If my column is the first, second, third, and notice I started with 0 because it's 0 based. As I go along, I'm saying, okay, this is my variable name, storing this part of the array, and whatever the numeric value is of C7, data 7, I'm putting in that variable. At the end, I'm saying, okay, we'll put everything in the donor table, and these values right here. Okay, I'm making my insert SQL. To make it easier, let's go back to see if I have it. Okay. Oh. Let me go here. Yeah. Okay, so here, to make your SQL life easier to remember the syntax, you could just go over here to SQL, the tab on PHP admin, and click on Insert, and then copy this. Okay, copy this whole thing. If you did remember how to structure your SQL, if you want to do an update query, if you want to do a delete query, you were doing an insert query, so I'd copy this and put it in there, but that's a FYI to make it a little tip to make it easier. And then I'm using again my MySQL iQuery, my connection string, and then my value of whatever this is, the insert statement, and I'm putting it into that variable so that if I know that completed successfully, if it really equals 1, then it was inserted successfully. If not, print it out. And why they print, then I can better identify why it did that. And then I'm closing my handle, and my import is completed. Let's go over here to, not that. Aha. So this is my value. I'm going to refresh my page here, and it's running it. So here's where I'm spitting the values out. All my rows rendered successfully. Here my file name, donor table, attempting to truncate the donor table, the donor table is already truncated, but that means it has no data in it if it's truncated. Row 2, okay, every row was entered successfully, and the TBL donor CSV import complete. So great. Let's see the end result. If I go over here, I'll try to find this. Aha. Okay, here. You want to leave the, yeah, I don't want to save any changes. Okay, so now, rather than, I don't have to choose update. And notice how I entered all my values in here. So now my table's filled with 32 records. Okay, showing rows 24, 32 records. And I go ahead and I can modify that. But that's what I have right now. So that's the end. What I'm going to do with the next videos is combine everything so it's not like, okay, well, this file does this and this file does this, all these segments. We want to put it all together to make it easier. So then we're going to show these values on the screen in a PHP type format. So leave your questions in the comments below if you do have some right now. Otherwise, you may be holding out and want to maybe your question be answered in a future video. But make sure you like it and subscribe. Bring a friend, tell a friend about it, and they can be a subscriber as well. So don't keep us a secret. Go ahead and subscribe and tell your buddies. Thanks, and I'll talk to you in the next video.